Don't think a clown can stage a coup? That's what they thought about Hitler. I visited Donald Trump's library recently. It's behind the bar at the Mar-a-Lago. There are only 3 books and a PowerPoint. Here are 2 of them. The groundwork for a coup is being laid in plain sight. Trump is waging a comprehensive attack on our election process, aided and abetted by many Republicans. He is targeting every aspect of the election process, from who can vote, to who counts the vote, to who certifies the vote at the state level, who accepts the vote in Congress, and who rules on voting lawsuits at the Supreme Court. Here is his PowerPoint.
The first step is to create your own cult by inducing fear and demonizing some group. For Hitler, it was the Jews. For Trump, it's immigrants and liberals. As you can see, he has already checked this off. How? The social media recommendation algorithms can't tell lies from truth. They just know this stuff gets a lot of clicks, and the more outlandish the lie, the more people click. The more they see it, the more they believe it. But wasn't Trump stopped when all his election fraud lawsuits were tossed for lack of evidence? No. The goal was never to win. It was to create doubt. Many people figure that if there are lawsuits, there must be fraud. People have been primed to believe fraud claims in 2024. Trump's loyal Republican legislatures have basically completed gerrymandering their states after the 2020 census. By cramming Democratic voters into less districts, the Republicans will get a majority even when most people vote Democrat. America, land of minority rule. After the 2020 election, 19 states passed laws making it harder to vote. The laws call for purging voters from registration rolls for various technicalities that happen to eliminate more Democrats than Republicans. Eliminating voting on Sundays, which is when more Democrats vote, and only allowing those 65 and older to get absentee ballots because most are Republicans, etc. The goal is Democrat voter suppression. Mission accomplished.
Here's the 3rd book I found in Trump's library. Trump is nostalgic for the old days of Boss Tweed in New York, when election officials either worked for Tweed or were bribed. Trump is just using a more indirect method.
Trump cult members have sent death threats to local election officials and their families, causing many to quit. Nice people. Trump cult members have magically stepped up to fill the positions. Once in power, they will disqualify Democrat ballots based on signatures, close polling places, eliminate drop boxes in Democrat districts, etc. Trump is methodically trying to replace secretaries of state who certify election results. 13 GOP Secretary of State candidates support Trump's 2020 election fraud claims and will certainly support his 2024 claims. Some GOP legislatures are also giving themselves the power to override local election officials. The only things certain in life are death, taxes, and that Trump will make fraud claims in the 2024 election. If the Democrat wins, the fraud stories will be used as an excuse to not certify the election results. Even one state refusing to certify electors could mean no candidate will have a majority. The election will then be thrown to the House of Representatives, with each state having 1 vote. And you thought the Electoral College was bad in ignoring the popular vote. There are already more Republican states than Democrat states. Thanks to gerrymandering, we'll have a bigger GOP majority loyal to Trump. In the last election, even with the states certifying a Biden win, 147 Republican representatives still voted to not accept Biden's election. The election may eventually be decided by the Supreme Court due to Democratic lawsuits. It has already been packed. Mitch McConnell refused to hold a vote on Obama's nominee for nearly a year, giving Trump 3 Supreme Court appointments and a 6-3 conservative majority. The fix is already in if it gets this far. Democrats will naturally and correctly cry fraud and protest. The protest leaders will be arrested and charged, ironically, on what Trump is doing, sedition.
What can we do? We are not helpless. Ask your senator to pass the Freedom to Vote Act. At least support the portion on election integrity which restricts partisan removal of election officials and prohibits harassment of election workers. Support your local election officials who are being attacked, or apply for the job yourself. Ask your representative to legislate to require social media companies to turn off the algorithm for political commentary and only use it for commercial purposes. Spread the word. Be part of the solution.